Okay, so I think this is a bit of an interesting one, and I'm gonna start that again. Okay, so I think this is a bit of an interesting one, but I'm gonna speak about what my opinion is on sex work. So, when I was a kid, I used to always want to be like a playboy bunny. And I didn't really understand like the implications of that to other people, but to me it was just like dressing up in a cute costume and like having that kind of like really like beautiful sexuality on lock like constantly. Like if you are a playboy bunny, you are the like femme fatale old Hollywood, just like seductress, and that's something that I always wanted for myself. I feel like in general, like my family's kind of like concept of it is good, but in some sense kind of like not fully understood. Like my nana would always say like she'd be like a dominatrix, but like as a joke sort of thing. Like she wouldn't, but she would as a joke. But then if she met someone who'd done that, maybe it would be different, like more like closed off to it. Like definitely in concept they're all very open and they're all very positive, but I think in actuality like kind of not. And so my personal opinion is if you have an opinion, just keep it fucking quiet. So like, this video isn't more my opinion on the entire like industry, etc., but my own personal like views towards it for myself. And I feel like I could do it 100% and feel fine, but it's more like other people's reactions to it that would put me off, because like it isn't so much understood as people pretend. Like if I was to actually go to my mum and be like, I am dominatrix now, she would be shocked. Even though like her pretend persona is that it's like this funny kind of, almost like it's a joke, but it isn't a joke. It's genuine. My opinion is like sex work is real work, and I've always kind of like stuck by that. I don't really know what the difference is between being like body positive on Instagram and like wearing a bikini and wearing a bikini for a select amount of followers. Like there isn't, and it can be tame or it can be wild, but I feel like, yeah, I mean I wouldn't do extreme shit obviously. But yeah, I've always wanted to be a playboy, but I couldn't obviously now. I remember kids like laughing at school when I said that, but I didn't understand. I just wanted to wear a cute costume, which is like 90% of it, because like the general culture people create around it is not real. Like it's not authentic to who these women are. I don't know when my makeup turned from like a full face to this. This is like kiddie makeup. But I've just not cared in so long. I feel like I don't really need like a lot. Using the finger absolutely foul. I feel like I'm gonna get shouted at for this. Yeah, my opinion on sex work is like, is that sex work is real work, but the sex work is very misunderstood. So like, even though I would love to like go out there and put myself out there as a sexual being, you know, have an online account, whatever, do it like in person or off person, I feel like the thing that would stop me is like the general attitude towards it is not positive. Like even though people pretend it is. that we haven't grown enough as people for me to be fully comfortable doing that. But I would never like close off that avenue. I don't think I'm that shallow-minded. That's another thing, the shallow-mindedness of people is outstanding. I just feel like people need to be more careful than they are also. Like, with it being, like for example, like OnlyFans is on an app. And there's a lot of separation between the app and the real world. And like, it can be dangerous because there's stalkers, you know, there's like dangerous men out there. And no one really like, it seems to take into account as much kind of like security and like being extra safe and being careful with the information, especially online. Yeah, so my opinion is we need to be safer with it. We need to update our views because, like, I don't know, I feel like getting your kit off is not as bad as people make out. Like, people do it drunkenly for a bet, they'll just get their kit off. What is the difference between that and getting paid for it? Like, there isn't one. Like, to me, there isn't one. Like, I don't overly sexualise my own body to that extent, but if someone else wants to, well, that's fine, really. Like, objectification from like someone else's standpoint shouldn't mean anything to me because I don't personally hold those views. Like, if someone wants to sexualise my body to a ridiculous extent, whether I have clothes on or not, that isn't really my choice. I'd rather have like a choice over the kind of content I'm creating, the kind of things I'm putting out there. If they are sexual, then they're sexual to me. But if I post a picture in jeans and a t-shirt, fully clothed, someone might get the same sort of kick out of it. I just feel like if I'm using the internet and I'm going to upload anyway, then there isn't a great deal of leap. The only thing that would stop me is really like the social aspect is still very negative towards it. So yeah, my opinion on sex work is that it's some food for thought. It's some avenue that it exists. And probably until we kind of like mature and update our views that it's not fucking the old timey your body's a sin viewpoint, probably until that changes I'll probably stay away from it. But me personally, I have nothing against it, and I think it's a difficult career. I think that's the thing, like, you hear a lot of girls and they're like, I'm going to drop out and become a stripper, and it's like, okay, with what flexibility are you going to do that? With what skill? With what stamina? Like, pole dancers, oh my god, have you ever tried pole dancing? People that can pole dance are incredible. It is calisthenic to the max. Like, people who drop out and become strippers, they drop out and become strippers because they know they can make money. Like, people who just drop out to become strippers with zero skill and mild education, I think that's ridiculous. I've never known it to happen. You know, it's kind of like a joke, but I don't think stripping is a joke. I think it's a genuine career. The same as like porn, like, are you a good actor? Because like, you're gonna be acting, not the cheesy kind of like I'm stuck behind the bed or I'm the delivery man sort of shit, but like, it's hard to make sex look genuine with a stranger. Well, I'm guessing. I've never really tried it, but I'd assume it's fucking hard. Like, if you're gonna become a porn star, like, are you a good actor? Are you any good at that? You can't just drop out, give up on your dreams as if it's like an easy choice, but it's not an easy choice. Like, those people face the most ridicule out of anyone. It's shame. It's because of individual shame. Like, it's not because of anything they've done. It's because of like the shame of the people who buy and subscribe to that kind of content. They're like, where is my money gone? It's gone on these females that I'm never going to meet in the life, and it's like kind of like saltiness. I feel like if you're ever subscribing something like that, if you're ever purchasing it, if you become a simp over these women, like you're a fucking ugh, you're a creep. Like that is awful. Like you to them are like a number, like money in the bank, and you want to like pop up as if they owe anything to you. It's disgusting. Yeah. So my opinion on sex work is that bodies aren't that fucking sexual. Like, let's be honest, getting your kit off is not that sexual. I mean, if it's on a drunken fucking night out, a lot of you'd be up for it, but to video it is a different thing, and it is. It's obviously it's different, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad as people make out. And I just want to share this video because I feel like so many people like say they're comfortable, say they're okay with it, but then will come out and say some absolute like dog head thing towards it, and it's like, yeah, you don't get it. I just feel like there needs to be a social change, and that's just my opinion. Okay, goodbye.